Welcome. In this video, I am going to show you how to find the first derivative of this function here using the chain rule. Now, this one is a little trickier than other examples since y is of the form f of g of h of x. That is, we have a composition of 1, 2, 3 functions. The innermost function is x squared. That corresponds to h of x. The middle function is g, and this corresponds to tangent. And the outermost function, f, is just the square root. So in order to find the derivative of a function like this, you have to be really careful to just write everything down and show every step, especially when you're first learning the chain rule. Now, before we tackle this, I'm just going to rewrite y as 2 times tangent of x squared to the 1/2 power. This way we can just apply the power rule easily to that outermost function. So the first derivative is 2 times the derivative of the outermost function. That is, the outermost function is x to the 1/2, and this derivative is 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. So this is 2 times 1/2 times, and instead of an x here, I'm going to write this next function. That is, I'm going to write the middle function, tangent of x, right there. And of course, this is now to the negative 1/2 power. And we are not done yet. We need to multiply by the derivative of the inner function. And rather than try to take the derivative in one step, I'm just going to write tangent of x squared, and then I'm going to do this little prime notation, and that prime will help me keep track that I have not taken this derivative yet. So let's rewrite and simplify while we rewrite. So I went ahead and rewrote this portion here. 2 times 1/2 is just 1, so that goes away. And I rewrote this portion by changing this exponent to a positive 1 by moving it to the denominator and then rewriting it as a radical. And now, rather than just copy this down again, let's actually find the derivative of tangent x squared using the chain rule. So we start by taking the derivative of the middle function. So we begin by finding the derivative of the middle function. That is, g of x is equal to tangent of x. So g prime of x is equal to secant squared x. Let's write that down. And then rather than write in an x here, I'm going to write in the innermost function, that is h of x here, because that is inside of the g, and h of x is just equal to x squared. And then, of course, I still have to apply the chain rule one more time. I still haven't applied it to this inner function, so I need to multiply by the derivative. So I need to multiply by the derivative of x squared. Okay, so what is the derivative of x squared? That is, what is the derivative of this innermost function? That is, what is the derivative of this innermost function? Well, this is just a straight application of the power rule, so this is just 2x. And now I'm going to simplify this together first. And now in this next step, before I write down this derivative, I am going to rewrite this. Now that this has been rewritten as just one fraction, I'm going to multiply by the derivative of the innermost function, that is 2x. So I can finally just rewrite this entire derivative as y prime is equal to 2x times secant squared x squared divided by the square root of tangent, and inside I have an x squared. I hope this video has been helpful.